Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your mid-September 2015 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Aquarius. Yay! So I hope you guys are having a good month. We have a lot of big things happening, I think astrologically, planetarily. So I'm guessing that's going to be reflected in the cards. I would assume it's going to be reflected in the cards. And yeah, I'm back using my regular Shadowscapes deck by Stephanie Puy-Moon Law. And I am still doing private readings, so feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com, if you'd like a private reading. I'd love to get you scheduled. I don't have a website, so I just send people times for that I'm available for the readings, my first available times. It's always helpful if you email me with your schedule or give me some times that work for you, and then I can work around your schedule. So, yeah, and then I'm also you can also find out more about what I do on the About section of my YouTube channel. You just go to the About link, and it's got my, my schedule and payment information there for you. So I am excited to be back doing these because, I like change when it comes to my cards. I like changing things up. So I like doing the section relationship videos every now and then. And I am going to be using a new deck at some point because I love getting new decks. It's always exciting. But for right now, I'm using my regular Shadowscapes deck. So let me just let out a spread for you guys to see what you guys get. And this is for mid-September 2015, and this is for everyone with their sun and sun or moon in Aquarius. Okay, so, you have an interesting so this is for the last 2 weeks in September, 2 plus a day or so, it looks like it may have been, I was going to say an interesting time for you, but it may have been I want to say it's been kind of a crazy time for you, Aquarius. I don't know why I want to say that, but it's kind of a busy, crazy, shit hitting the fan, like having a lot to do. And it may be where in the beginning of September, you had this going on, and going towards, starting out mid-September, you may have kind of just been moving out of that, just being kind of really stressed out. I call this the pile of shit card, beating the world off with a stick. That's in the center of everything. So I want to say that, that's you right now. If you're a male Aquarius, that's you, feeling like really overburdened by a lot of different things that have been going on. And female Aquarius is, this may be someone I call this the guy that's run for the hills, okay? If you've been dating someone, this may be someone that you've been dating, and they're the kind of person that gets scared quite easily, okay? But I think of it in general as just, the shit hitting the fan, just like really an intense struggle, stressful kind of time. But I don't feel like that's I feel like it's like a moment, may have been, the entire beginning of September for some of you, and others, it may have been like a day or two where you felt like, just you had a lot on your plate, you had a lot to get done, and you had to do them one at a time. And because it's in the center of everything, I want to say it's important for you to stay organized, Aquarius. Don't get scattered. Make lists, go down your list, check them twice, make sure that, you're doing everything. Do things one at a time, and don't expect to... the Aquarius is the kind of person that will strategically, my guide is showing me that, I don't remember what movie it was. I think it was the Michael J. Fox movie where he was working at a hotel and the bellhop like managed to get in like 100 pieces into the hotel, 100 pieces of luggage all at once into the hotel. And that's you, Aquarius. You know, you're strategic. You know, you kind of know how Aquarius is someone that will be like, I can get 100 pieces of luggage shipped to such and such a place at such and such a time because they're strategic. This is strategy, okay? And I feel like your strategy is going to pay off. But just remember not to overdo it, okay? If you have like 10 bags of laundry to do them one at a time. Don't try to stuff them all in, okay? If you've got a million bills to pay, go through them one at a time and do what you can and do the best you can, and that's all that you can do. I feel like this is a moment for some of you. It's not lasting, okay? So you're gonna get through this time. It's not gonna feel like the end of September is going to be this way. Some of you it might, but most of you I feel like it's going to be a passing thing, okay? Especially for the guys, okay? For the ladies, now you may have, I think of this as the bridezilla, you know, mother-in-law, you know, ex-wife type person that's in your life. Now, the Queen of Wands typically is a fire sign female, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. But I, most of the time, see this as being a Capricorn female, a Taurus female, or an Aries female, okay? That's just what I see her as, okay? So, you know, you're going to have to, you know, apply this to your situation. But generally, and she's crossing you. So this is a woman who really is very smart, very cunning, kind of manipulative sometimes, likes to get her way, likes to get what she wants. Now, the thing about this is because it's, you know, it's just a lot of fire energy. But the Five of Wands with the Queen of Wands together, and that means through your hard work and effort, you're going to get what you want because you put in the time. And there's just this, you're kind of fired up mid-September to, you know, be determined to do something and get your way, or, you know, you're kind of staking your claim, you know, on things, which is interesting. So, you know, and some of you may be thinking about children because this is one of the pregnancy cards. This is a woman who a lot of times has a child, is planning on having more children. A lot of times I see this as being like the mother of 3 kids. You know, so maybe if female Aquarius, you may be thinking a lot about children or fertility or having children at some point, okay? If you haven't had children yet. And if you are a mother, this is, you know, you taking care of your kids and, you know, being kind of large and in charge, you know. You may have, I want to say, Aquarius, you may have some other planets in fire signs. So your ascendant might be in Aries, your ascendant might be in Capricorn, or there's, you know, or your moon's in Sagittarius or something like that, or Leo. It just feels like, you know, you've got a lot of fire energy. And even if you don't have that in your chart, you have a lot of fire energy right now. So this is good. I feel like this is propelling you forward. I feel like because you're determined to get what you want, all of these things, these stresses, these obstacles are going to go away because you're so determined, because of your pure determination. This is a great moment for you, Aquarius. So be determined, especially Aquarius guys too, not just Aquarius girls, but you know, guys too. Be determined to get your way, you know, and you will, because Aquariuses are very willful. That's the thing, and because Mercury is in retrograde, any kind of restrictions, pressure on Aquarius is going to make them more. It's going to make you more willful. It's going to make you want to wring somebody's throat. It's going to make you lash out. It's going to make you kind of rebel. It's going to make you want to get your way more, okay? So kind of try to keep things toned down because you have this fire energy mid-September. You may have had it in the beginning of September. And I feel like going forward, just kind of cool your jets a little bit, slow down a little bit, take a moment to breathe, and kind of let waves of, emotion kind of just dissipate. You may have had some counseling, I want to say, in the distant past, or you may have gone to some, older, wiser people for advice. This is showing me, this is the Hierophant card. It's like a tree. It's hard to see because it's very, the lighting in here really sucks. But really, it's about knowledge. And you may have been waiting on somebody to call you, to reach out to you, and most likely they did, or they're going to, okay? I feel like this is something more to do with the past, though, and it has to do with counseling, or just, talking to people that can give you some advice, helpful people in your life. This is somebody who's like, I want to say a friend, like an older friend or older counselor, or somebody that you maybe, I think of my aunt, somebody who's like, you talk to a lot, and they're just they're there as the kind of like the wise voice, and they can give you direction. This is going and asking for help, asking for directions. Now, guys, remember, this is a general reading. I just want to put that out there just so you guys remember this is a general reading, and you're, if you want something very specific, you're going to want to talk to me in private and set up a private session, okay? So anyways, you have the Ace of Swords in the recent past, and the Ace of Swords is a decision, okay? Making a decision, making a good decision. This is also moving on from, bullshit, petty arguments, fighting, making the decision not to get involved in any kind of drama, moving on from drama, moving on from people around you. Maybe this is a place that you were working and you decided to quit, or you decided to, move on from these people. Maybe there are people at work that were causing you some grief. For some of you, it's just speaking your truth, and saying your piece, and using some very strong or smart language, okay? So this is in the recent past, and I really like this card because it is where you speak your mind. And Aquarius is very articulate. Aquarius can really say what, like, unlike some other signs that get tongue-tied, Aquarius is very swift, very quick, and they just say what needs to be said. And this is a really great, this is yielding the sword of truth, speaking your truth, whatever that is. And it's like the truth will set you free kind of thing. So it's a really great card to have had in the recent past. I feel like it was good for you to do that. For some of you, it's a reminder that you may still need to do that if you haven't done that, but just to remember to do that when it's time, okay? So it's sort of like if you're in a relationship and, someone's always telling you da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, whatever it is, you need to tell them, no, like, I'm not going to take it. Like, this is not okay. And speak your truth. Speak your mind. Say, no, this is not okay. It's kind of how I see it. Now, you have the Chariot, which I see as you, okay? I see as you, female Aquarius is, I see this as being you. This does apply to guy Aquarius as well, okay? So because Aquarius, like I was just saying, is very fast. It's all like, things come to the Aquarius mind like lightning speed, okay? And the Chariot is all about success and really good news coming to you very fast. This is when the phone rings. This is when you get the email. This is, for those of you who do watch sports and play sports, this is your team winning, okay? And this says, I am not legally responsible for that comment, okay? And then, so this is, this is also the card about football, okay? For those of you who like football and watch football, this is your card, okay? So I'm just throwing that out there. For some of you, that you have nothing. There's very few cards in here that have sports, and actually, I think this is one of the cards that I think of sports. I think of soccer. I think of football. Soccer and football to me are different. Some people call soccer football. So don't let me confuse you, but I'm just saying this is to me sports. If you're into sports, this is a really great time for it. If you're watching sports, this is going to be a really great season. So yeah, but ultimately, this is success, and success is, defined differently by different people. Whatever success means to you, okay, that's what it means. I always tell people you're a success just by being here, so you don't even need to worry about, what it means for you. You are already a success. However, if you need good news, this is good news. This is what's crowning you. So mid-September, good news is coming. If it hasn't happened already, it's going to happen soon. This is just great. This is where, like I said, you get a call or you get the email or so the check arrives in the mail. I mean, this is just very, very positive. And you may be waiting on that, okay? Because you've got this 9 of Wands here in the immediate future, and this is a card of waiting, and I feel like he's really directly looking at her. So it's like you may be waiting on this good news, whatever that is for you. You may be waiting on someone to come back. My most famous question is he going to come back? And you're waiting for the phone call here. I feel like for those of you who are waiting on someone to come back, I want to say you're not going to allow him to come back, because you got the Queen of Swords blocking. And the Queen of Swords is the woman that's not trusting. The woman who's like, no, I won't let you back into my life because you betrayed me at this point. Or she's bitter. She's a little bit bitter from the past, okay? And she doesn't really put up with bullshit at all. And she will stick the knife in and twist it if you give her an opportunity to, because she just doesn't take it. And she's a little bit frozen. So there's some element of control here, Aquarius. Aquarius guys and girls. You're blocked because, in a way, you want control over maybe, I want to say, everything, and you can't. I want to say, by trying to control things too much, it actually makes it worse. So I was going to say, you can't control everything. You have a certain amount of control that you have in your life, and then you have to give it up to God. And you have to take a leap of faith. I pulled another card, and this is taking a leap of faith and trusting that everything's going to be okay. You need to go forward. You need to really go forward in a more trusting perspective that everything's going to work out. Okay? Even if you think, Aquarius, that nothing ever works out for you, or even if you think, life is just a shit festival, which it has been for you. I'm not saying it hasn't. It has been a shit festival for you. Lots of stress, lots of struggle, lots of strife. However, you need to trust more that things are happening in a certain way that's best for you. And, it's weird because you have the Two of Cups in the position of emotions, okay, which is, you wanting a relationship, you wanting romance, you wanting, or maybe you have feelings for someone. This is someone that you may have friendship with, or you may feel more than friendship feelings, because Aquarius, the way Aquarius, especially Aquarius guys, but Aquarius guys and girls, the way they have relationships, it's usually, they can have they become your like best friend, and then from that it turns into something more. So it's like it's like a very fine line between friendship and like romance for an Aquarius, because understanding is love for an Aquarius. Romance is friendship for an Aquarius. Romance has to have a strong foundation of friendship. So, this is in the position of emotion. So I feel like either you're in love with someone or you're going to be in love with someone. in the future, okay? Or this is just something that you really, really want. Some of you, it's just something that you want. And maybe you need to really trust that it's going to happen, and be less bitter, and just thinking that like everybody is out to betray you, or just thinking that everybody in relationships, or relationships kind of suck. You can't have that mindset when you're sort of embarking on a new relationship. It's just not going to work. But I want to say, because to me, when the Queen of Swords is in this position, which is you, Aquarius, it's like you're blocked because of your own wanting to control, okay? It is a block, but it's not something you can't get over. And because you have the Star card in the position of attitude, which is healing, and you have the Love card in the position of emotions, the two modify the Queen of Swords. The two make the Queen of Swords melt. So I feel like love is very important for you to focus on relationships. I feel like it is going to melt your heart, and you are going to heal from this bitterness. You are going to get over this bitterness. You are going to become, I want to say, the summer fairy. And things may take time. I want to say that things will happen in the spring for you. Maybe love will happen in the spring, because that's when, that's when the thaw happens. That's when the winter, everything kind of melts. Things may happen in the summer for you, spring, summer time. I know we're in fall still, and we're not even through September, but I want to say that that's a prime time for you as far as relationships and love and romance. But the last part of September, I feel like you're really needing to work on this bitterness, on your coldness, on your need to control everything, your need to make sure everything's in its proper place. You need to trust, you need to open your arms and stand on top of a mountain and kind of come into your own power. And it's really interesting that I say that, because the outcome is the Two of Wands, which is sitting on top of the world, okay? This is coming into your own power. This is feeling really, really good. This is climbing to this is top of the world, okay? High point in career. This is a moment when you've arrived. Some of you, this is a real estate card, so some of you may be buying a house, selling a house. There may be some, property, stuff with properties you're dealing with. But this is really just you having arrived at a point in your career where things are going really, really well, okay? So I feel like overall, for the end of September, this is power and achievement. This is power and achievement. Maybe, yes, this is what you want emotionally. This is what's going to make you happy. Yes. But the outcome is a career card. So for right now, your focus is more career. For the end of September, at least, it's career. Going into October, it's career. And it's healing from this bitterness. And I want to say you will heal from this bitterness. There have been people, I want to say, there's a couple of things. You're also going to heal from resentment, too. Resentment is something that you need to work on, okay? But there have been people that have made you become very cold, and because they have hurt you really badly, and so you need to heal from that, and you will heal from that. I feel by the end of September, it's a process that you're going through, and I do feel like your heart is going to melt at some point, and you're going to become your best and true self, your authentic self, okay, by the end of September, because this bitterness will be taken away, you'll be in a place, really, really good place for your career, or at least you'll be set up to be in a really good place for your career. If you're not working, this is, this is the focus for you. So, put your resume out there, because this is a great time. This would be a really great time to find a job if you're not working. This is just coming into a place of feeling like you're on top of the world. Even if you're not working, you could still be in that high empowerment moment, or feeling really great and empowered at the end of September. So yeah, so that's all that I have for you, my lovely Aquarius. I will be back again for your October videos, and I'm going to be doing my regular Shadowscape stack videos, so not to worry. And I wish you guys all the very best, and I send you big hugs. Big hugs. Big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.